Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Friday, June 6th, 2025. That is 5 years and almost 3 months of Torah every single weekday morning, finding each other, saying good morning to each other, learning some Torah, lifting each other up, and getting ready to face a day with more love, hope, strength, community, all the things we need to have a good life. It's been beautiful to build this community with all of you. Shush Boker Tov to you too. Tara, welcome. Welcome. It's good to see you, my friend. Penny, hope you're doing well this morning. Good to see you. Janice, Haley, and Rosa, Carl, and Debbie, sending love. This Sunday, for those who don't know, Debbie has reminded us a few times, is the Boulder Jewish Festival. If I got the title wrong, please let me know. Really glad to be able to share all of that with you. Neil, welcome, friends. Penny, it is broadcast 1318. Thanks for reminding us. Looking to see who else is here. Going back and forth with Instagram and Facebook. Barry and Jonathan, good to see you. Sharon and Amy, Deborah, hi, Fran. Karen and Arlene, Linda and Diane Boker Tov, Lydia and Julianne, Sandy, good to see you. Hope that you are well. Debbie, nice to see you. Sunday and Marilyn, Barbara, good to see you. Natalie, Hineni. Okay. Friends, beautiful to be together. Let's start with the bracha. Let's learn some Torah. Here we go. Morning, everyone. It is broadcast 1318. Penny, thanks for keeping us on track. It is day 609 since October 7th, 2023. If there's one thing that I say over and over this broadcast, it's that I hope anyone who is around New York joins all of us. UJA is making sure we all respond to the terror attack of this past week on a gathering of those raising awareness for the 56 beloved hostages remaining in Gaza, the firebombing in Boulder of a group of people who are gathering together peacefully to raise awareness and to demand the release of our beloveds, just as we do every day, and just as I was doing in Central Park with the Hostages and Missing Families Forum. Not only is there nothing wrong with gathering in a peaceful way, there's everything right in raising awareness. And this coming Sunday, 11 o'clock at 90th and Central Park West, we are showing the world that not only will we respond to hatred with love, we will respond to threat with strength and presence. And so I hope all of you will find whatever gathering is in your area and you will attend this week. Friends, this is a mandate. This coming Sunday, wherever you are, show up and demand the release of the hostages. If you're in New York or able to get here, 11 o'clock, meet us at 90th and Central Park West. I don't usually push specific actions, but friends, this Sunday, show up. Scream Am Yisrael Chai. Make sure the world hears you, and make sure especially, that the family members of those still held hostage hear you and see you. Last week, just this past Sunday, I was blessed to be with the cousin of Alon Ohel, a young man whose piano has traveled the world as his family and we all advocate for his release. Show up, friends. Show up. We need you. This Sunday, we need you. I'll go straight to the Parsha, but more important than the Parsha this week is you making a plan for this coming Sunday. I hope that you'll do that. Show up. Make sure that your presence is felt. Parshat Naso, the longest Torah portion in the entire Torah, is this week. It contains the story of the Sotah that we've spoken about a number of times. It contains the rules for the Nazir, and the Nazir is someone who takes a vow to abstain from any grape product, including alcohol, who will not come into contact with the dead, and who won't cut their hair. The most famous Nazir in our tradition is named Samson, Shimshon, and he's not a great character. He's complicated. He's very strong, and his strength derived from his hair, and go look for the story there in the book of Judges. But what I want to point to, and I owe this observation to my beloved friend, Rabbi Mike Moskowitz, in a book called Graceful Masculinity, is a tie that the commentators make between the rules of the Sotah, the ordeal that the accused woman goes through, and it is complicated, as we've spoken about many times this week, leads directly into the rule of the Nazir, the one who abstains from life-affirming things and from being fully participatory in community. And what can we learn from the juxtaposition of both? Rabbi Moskowitz points out in a comment made by the rabbis in the Talmud that anyone who witnesses the ordeal of the Sotah is going to have to take a moment away from community and just pause and do deep introspection. That introspection we in English might call grace, discernment. There are all sorts of ways to think about this. But I wanted to use one of the other parts of this week's Parsha to reflect on what that moment means. Meaning, when you witness something totally disturbing, something that just should not be it, God forbid, the firebombing of human beings in Boulder, be it the cause that they're pointing to, people taken from their homes 609 days ago, and the world paying barely any attention. And the complicated nature of Israeli politics as this is adjudicated there. Hand in hand with the glory of Pride Month, how it's being celebrated in Jerusalem and in all corners of the world, how the fight for equality and human dignity is here and it's there, and it's all of these things. In order to, friends, show up, we have to remember our places, the mandate of showing up. And what better a reminder, and I don't mean better as in pleasant, but what better a reminder could we ask for than seeing the ordeals that people go through, that we and others go through. Family members of other human beings on the streets of America feeling helpless when their beloveds are just taken off the street and deported to strange places with no cause. All of these, observing the world as it is, which it can be so cruel, but not turning away from it, should provoke us not to take the vow of the Nazir, to remove ourselves from community. And the Nazir also abstains from just about every sign of joy. We don't do that. That's not what I'm talking about today, but I am talking about having a sense of presence and grace, which pulls us back into engagement and work. In this Torah portion is also, and this is where I'd like us to spend just a moment, is the threefold blessing of the priests. It seems all disconnected, but what if it's all connected? A continuum of thinking and feeling, engagement and blessing. That threefold blessing, which, Leonard Nimoy made famous on Star Trek, but is far more ancient, and he knew it, and that's why he brought it forward. The threefold blessing that we offer children and we offer community. The words are Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And countless attempts to translate this most ancient of blessings, which is found in this week's Torah portion. May God bless you and keep you. May God shine presence upon you and grant you grace. May God lift you up and grant you peace. That's a blessing we wish for every single human being. In the middle of it, vichuneka, and grant you grace. May God grant us grace. And whatever you believe about God, I am always mindful that, especially in a broadcast like this, it's hard to know who believes what. But I want to say that the details of that's not the point here. God, the word God, might signal, most of all, that there is more to the world than me. And the recognition of that, the commitment to that there is more to the world than me, is a deep, beautiful blessing. And because there's more to the world than me, I also show up and witness the world beyond my experience. And as the great Elie Wiesel famously said, to serve witness to a witness makes one a witness. Even if, quote, only this way. Even if I only notice things in the world because people are bearing testimony and telling me about it, that implicates me. And grace perhaps is the recognition that whatever is going on inside of me is just one person's experience, and I should deal with that and not let it isolate me from community and from connection, and thereby for obligation. I am obligated. So I bless you, friends, not with this ancient one that Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock, made incredibly popular, but with where it comes from. The deep recognition that to be illuminated and to be blessed involves right in the middle of that blessing, chen, grace, pause, witness. And when we can regain ourselves enough in a greater context, just imagine what we'll be able to do. Just imagine what we'll be able to do. So I invite us to pause, remember ourselves, and then make a commitment. If you're looking for a specific invitation, this Sunday, if you're in New York, 11 o'clock at 90th and Central Park West. Demand, shout out, show up with grace and fire in response to terrible fire. We have it within us to be graceful conduits for God's blessing in this world. May we remember that power that we've been granted. As the great Heschel said, one of the great Heschels, Susanna Heschel's pretty great, as Abraham Joshua Heschel said, here we are, images of God, a fraction of God's infinite power at our disposal. Let's see what we do with that. Let's be graceful. And let's use the strength that we have been granted gracefully and forcefully, with integrity, to make sure that we and others can be a source of blessing. Join with me, friends. Send your hearts. Kolon balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia Olo avda tikvateinu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, friends. See you on Monday.